A car suddenly shot out from nowhere and did a 360-degree flip right in front of the man. At first, he didn't want to get involved, but then he looked around and realized he was the only one there. So, being a kind person, he decided to help. He stepped forward and made an emergency call, only to suddenly remember he had hemophobia. Luckily, the police arrived quickly. The driver was taken to the hospital, while the man was promptly sent away. This little detour had almost made him late for work. Just as he was about to leave, he suddenly heard a phone ringing on the street. Assuming it was the driver's phone, he kindly picked it up, but what he heard shocked him. A kidnapper was demanding a ransom. The man was stunned, but he didn't call the police again. What if it was just a prank call? He decided to turn the phone into the police after work, but the phone kept ringing non-stop. Noticing his coworkers' increasingly suspicious looks, he had no choice but to hide in the restroom and answer it. To his horror, the prank escalated. He heard a woman screaming on the line. In that moment, he realized this was definitely not a joke. He was about to run out and report it to the police, when his best friend suddenly appeared at the door, looking excited. They went to the rooftop to discuss it. His friend insisted this was straight out of a movie plot, and reminded him that the kidnapper had said, if they called the police, the hostage would be killed. So why not rescue the hostage themselves, and become the heroes of the city? But the man stayed calm. He just wanted to focus on his job. He had no intention of getting involved in any of this. His friend immediately blocked his way. Just as he was continuing to persuade him, the rooftop door suddenly opened. It was a colleague, calling them in for a meeting. Unfortunately, the position they were in looked rather suspicious. After weighing all options, the two finally reached a compromise. They would first try to stall the kidnapper, and then return the phone to its rightful owner. That way, at least they wouldn't feel guilty. They finally made it to the end of the workday. The man and his friend rushed to the hospital. All they had to do was return the phone, and this whole thing would no longer be their problem. They tried asking the nurse for the driver's room, but she was very principled, and refused to disclose any patient information. With no other choice, they had to search the hospital themselves. That's when the friend came up with a plan. He had the man pretend to be a patient, while he pushed him around in a wheelchair to check different rooms. But while he was looking at the hospital map, the man got pushed into the operating room by another nurse. Just as he was about to be forcibly operated on, his friend rushed in and saved him. As they stepped out of the operating room, they finally found the driver. But just as the man was about to return the phone, he realized it wasn't the driver's phone after all.